We begin first up with the latest on the Russia-Ukraine war. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that the war in Ukraine is winding down, and this as he slammed the Western support for Kiev. In fact, earlier in the Victory Day parade, Putin had said that they were fighting an aggressive force in Ukraine, backed by all of NATO, and describing the war goals as just.
They promised assistance to Ukraine and began to escalate the confrontation with Russia, which continues to this day. I think the matter is coming to an end, but it's still a serious matter. The question arises, why? Firstly, they were expecting a crushing defeat for Russia, as we know well.
Putin also said that he's open to meeting with Ukrainian representatives in Moscow or in a third country, but stressed that such contacts should take place only if they are aimed at finalizing a long-term peace agreement than conducting preliminary negotiations.
I do not propose this meeting, but if someone does, please let him come. Whoever wants to meet, let him come to Moscow. We will meet. It is possible to meet in a third country, but only if final agreements on a peace treaty are reached, which should be calculated for a long historical perspective. To participate in this event, or to sign something. But this should be the final point, not the negotiations themselves.
Putin said that during the discussions with President Donald Trump, Russia warned about potential security risks linked to diplomatic missions in Kiev and asked Washington to help ensure the safety of its embassy.
When we started such a dialogue with the administration of the United States of America, we warned them about it, pointed out the possible consequences, and asked them to do everything necessary to ensure the safety of their country's diplomatic representation. As a result of all these discussions, the initiative of the President of the USA, Mr. Trump, about 2 additional days of truce, arose.
The Russian president has said that he has not received any proposal from Ukraine on a large prisoner swap announced by President Donald Trump. He even told that a prisoner swap was put forward to the Ukrainian side and that a list of 500 Ukrainian servicemen held in Russia was sent to Ukraine, but that Kiev later said they were not ready for the exchange to take place. Amidst this, both Russia and Ukraine have traded accusations of violating 3-day US-brokered ceasefire. The Russian Defense Ministry said that Ukrainian armed groups launched attacks using drones and artillery against its positions. However, it did not provide the exact number of violations that took place on Saturday. While the Ukrainian General Staff blamed 51 attacks from the Russian side, the Ukrainian Air Force said that Russia launched just 44 drones on Friday itself and that it was responding in kind in the eastern Kharkiv region. Casualties were reported on both the sides as Russian drones killed 2 civilians and wounded 3 others in Ukraine's central, eastern, Zaporizhia and Dnipropetrovsk regions, while in Russia's western Belgorod regions reported 3 injuries by Ukrainian drone strikes.